In an office of the Hummers Hospital, Edwin was resting with his eyes closed on a chair. Suddenly, a knock was heard. "Come in." Edwin opened his eyes and saw Fletcher walk in with a grave expression. "What's wrong?" Edwin asked, worried. "Sir Hummer, we received news last night that Rhys was severely injured." Fletcher reported. "What? Rhys was beaten up? Who was the perpetrator?" Edwin's face twitched. "It was Dustin." "Dustin again? How could that punk have such overwhelming powers?" Edwin frowned. Rhys was his right-hand man. Being the best martial artist in Swinton, no one could withstand his attacks. Merely the mention of his name was enough to strike fear into the hearts of his opponents. Usually, Rhys could easily unravel any sticky situation that Edwin had assigned him to. How could such a capable fighter like him fall into Dustin's hands? It was incomprehensible. "Sir Hummer, Dustin told Rhys to send you a message," Fletcher continued hesitantly. "What is it?" "Dustin insisted that Ms. Hummer had to apologize to him personally. Otherwise, he would pay you a visit." "That punk had the nerve to threaten me? He must have a death wish." Edwin slammed his fist on the table in anger. He was the one who beat Tina up. Now, he expected the Hummers to apologize to him? Dustin was going too far. "Sir Hummer, please calm down. His abilities are far superior to any of ours, so it is best not to fight with him head-on." Fletcher reasoned with Edwin. "Then should we just let him go?" Edwin demanded. "Of course not." Fletcher shook his head. "Although Dustin is a formidable martial artist, he is but one man. We can use our influence to drive him out of Swinton." Continue. Edwin nodded to Fletcher to continue. "Eternamax, the medicine produced by our company, is sought after by many families, especially the Harmon family. We can use this to negotiate and get their cooperation. With their support, we can take Dustin on." Fletcher smirked. "That makes sense. I'll Natasha agrees to abandon him. Dealing with Dustin alone would be a piece of cake." A smile played on Edwin's lips. "That's what I thought. Nonetheless, the prescription of Eternamax is still in our control. After we are settled with that punk, it would make things easier for us to turn against the Harmon family as well." Fletcher cackled gleefully. "Good idea. I'll contact Natasha right away." Without any delay, Edwin took out his phone and dialed Natasha's number. "Hello, is this Ms. Harmon? I'm calling about a business deal." Yes. This is about the Eternamax. If both parties could reach an agreement, this would be a huge boost to our wealth and reputation. Regarding my conditions, it's very simple. As long as you turn your back on Dustin, we can be loyal business partners." As the conversation continued, Edwin's expression turned sour. His face was livid when he ended the call. "Sir Hummer, how is it? What did Natasha say?" Fletcher asked out of curiosity. "She told me to get lost." Edwin answered. "What?" Fletcher was speechless at her reply. This woman must be blindly in love with that punk. What foolishness to forsake such a lucrative deal for a man. Edwin gritted his teeth in anger. Women tend to be emotional. She will regret it once Eternamax takes the world by storm. Fletcher chimed in. Edwin didn't reply, as he had too many things on his mind. These few days, nothing seemed to be going right for him. "Sir Hummer, terrible news." At this moment, a doctor ran into the room hurriedly. "Ms. Hummer's condition has suddenly taken a turn for the worse." "What do you mean? She's in danger? How could this have happened? Wasn't she fine yesterday?" Edwin jumped up from his chair. He grabbed the doctor by the collar and roared. "Ms. Hummer is suffering from a strange condition that can't be cured medically. Why, you would understand once you see it for yourself," the doctor stammered. "Show me!" Edwin growled. He followed the doctor all the way to the intensive care unit. Tina was lying on the hospital bed. Her face was twisted with agony, and she appeared very weak. "Tina, how are you feeling?" Edwin knelt beside her bed, his face filled with worry. "Dad, I don't feel so good, it hurts," Tina whispered weakly, as if her life was hanging on a thread. "What the hell happened? Why would my daughter deteriorate into such a poor state?" Edwin glared at the doctor. "Sir Hummer, we have fixed the fractures on Ms. Hummer. Her injuries should be healed in a few days. However, she has other injuries that we can't fix." "What other injuries?" Edwin furrowed his brows. "Sir Hummer, please have a look." The doctor removed the blankets from Tina's body. On her abdomen, there were a few purple bruises. It seemed like she was hurt by a heavy object. The size of the bruises was at least 3 inches long and slightly sunken inward. "Isn't that just a bruise? What's there to be worried about?" Edwin asked, puzzled. Sir Hummer, this isn't a normal bruise. It's a symptom of a rare curse. The person who left the curse has blocked Ms. Hummer's blood circulation. If this continues, the organs in her body will malfunction and die. According to my experience, Ms. Hummer's life would be in serious danger. The doctor explained gravely. What? How could this be? Is there no cure? Edwin was taken aback at the startling news. Unless the person who placed the curse lifted it, there's no cure. The doctor sighed and shook his head.